Hey everyone, and welcome to week 4. It's hard to imagine we've already made it through 3 full weeks of class. So you're doing great, learning some cool stuff about technologies, hopefully, and how they can be useful in your classroom. This week we're going to be looking at three-dimensional design software. So how do you and what are some good options for three-dimensional design software so students can create three-dimensional models that then maybe be printed on 3D printers. So that's your first task, is the conversation or the discussion about evaluating some 3D software. So I have listed some resources that will point you in the right direction for maybe checking out some of those. And then pick one to evaluate and respond to the discussion prompt. Your reading response for this week is you're going to actually do the readings on 3D design. And then this week you're responding in Socrative. So it's a similar app as maybe probably closest to Kahoot or something, but it allows students to give short answer responses rather than just multiple choice or true false. So you should get 3 questions about 3D models, and you use this link and then use this room number to get into the Socrative reading response. So again, just another way to work with students and assess them. You have an additional assignment this week. This is one of the 2 applied technology project weeks. So you have 2 of these during the term that you'll actually, of all the technologies we've highlighted so far, simulations, mobile apps, Google Earth, now 3D dimensional design. You can choose one of those to really dive into a little more deeply for your applied technology project this week. Before we get to that, different than the other weeks, you're actually going to, rather than just evaluate the software and talk about it, you're going to actually do a design of and actually create a model for yourself. And so again, using screenshots, you're going to highlight or demonstrate that skill, and then you're going to then talk about your analysis of how using that software. So unlike the other ones where you've always had to kind of go through the activity. So this one too, you're going to have to create a model using the design software. And then the final one, so these should sound familiar, so we kind of are doing these every week. The final one is the Applied Technology Project, and so for this one, you are going to be choosing one of those. As I said, so far we've looked at Google Earth, we've looked at simulations, we've looked at mobile apps. You're now looking at three-dimensional design software, which also we don't touch too much on three-dimensional printing, but that could be part of this. So you're going to dive into that software a little more, and you're going to, using Screencast-O-Matic like I'm using here, or other video software, you're going to create a visual presentation about that technology, and your presentations should, in a little more depth, explain the technology and how you would use it in your classroom or in your future classroom, and then give a brief demonstration of using the technology in a way that would make sense for a STEM classroom. So let's say you chose the mobile apps software, so you're going to describe the software, you're going to actually demonstrate using the software in a way that would be appropriate for a STEM classroom. And then you're going to record that using a video software like Screencast-O-Matic, and then upload that on YouTube, and either submit the link to that, or you can embed the video on Canvas as your assignment. So there will be a rubric that evaluates this assignment, and it is listed with the assignment. So that is your last assignment for week 4. So any questions about that, please email me. Just a reminder that in addition, as you're looking at all of these resources and evaluating these resources and doing the reading about these resources, make sure that you're adding these to your annotated bibliography that you'll be turning in at the end of the term, that you're building that as you go. The other thing I'll touch on is several of you, I think, may have attended part or all of the Oregon Science Teachers Association conference this past weekend. And so if you did, you might consider getting this professional project out of the way. It's still not due for a few more weeks, but if you have all of that information fresh in your mind, you'll be able to complete that project. The other thing that I want to just give you a heads up on is the STEM curriculum unit. We are actually going to start planning that. And so if you look ahead to week 5, you'll notice that you have a backwards design draft. So thinking about your STEM unit, remembering that you have to have multiple standards, you're going to be using the backwards design template to plan this, and so you will want to be working on that. And if you have any questions of how to move forward with that. So to choose your standards, you want to pick something that would be relevant to your content area, your educational setting, and then you're going to plan a 3-lesson STEM unit that integrates technology, math, science, and engineering. So that's it for this week. Hope you're having a good week, and I am enjoying looking at all the great technology you're showcasing, and I look forward to your applied technology projects. Take care and see you soon.